All right, here's how to change the generator oil on the grooming or vet van. I forgot to start before, so I'll just start now. So if you look back, there's this big cover. You just unfasten it, lift this up. There's a little catch over here. If you just pull that out, it will hold up the door. Just make sure it's securely there so it doesn't come down and smack you in the head. So that'll give you access to the generator. From there, a few things. This is the start stop. You just press and hold the start. You may hear it clicking. That means the fuel pump's pumping. It may take 30 seconds to start. Once it starts cranking, it shouldn't take more than 10, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. If so, there might be a problem, but nonetheless, press and hold that start. It should be flashing. You should hear something going, and the engine will start. I usually warm it up for at least 3 to 5 minutes before, and then stop it to make sure everything's circulated through before I change the oil. You just press the bottom, stop it, and that'll stop it. Also, I always make note of the hours of the generator. You can see here the meter, and then you can text or email it to me or Megan, and we'll log it in we've got a Google sheet where we log all the maintenance. So that's that for the starting and stopping. And then here's the main engine compartment. I actually took off this little outer panel. This one, you just have 4 little push and twist, and they'll come off. On the vet van, there's a big flathead screwdriver. You just turn that. I forget if it's 1 or 4 spots, but you turn that, and that will release the door. It just pulls out of there, and you set it to the side. Really, in here, you don't need to know a whole lot other than there's the oil filter. So that's where you're going to change that. I should have mentioned this before, but up here, there's a little nozzle where you can check. This is the dipstick. You can check the oil level. So obviously, when I'm draining the oil, which I'll show you in a second, I loosen this up to make sure that air can flow through there, so the old oil can go through. Now for the drain plug itself, it's down below here. On the grooming van, it's a 15 millimeter socket. On the vet van, I believe it's a 10 millimeter. Not sure why, but they're different, but they are. And then I've cut open on the side like a 5 quart or whatever, a gallon jug of old oil that I've used. And so that's the easiest way I've found to be able to squeeze this is a pretty tight space, squeeze it in this tight space here. And so anyway, you just loosen it. You can see some of it's draining now, but you loosen it and let it drain out pretty well. Here is the, oh shoot, there was the drain plug. Here's the drain plug. Again, for the grooming van, it's a bit bigger, 15 millimeter. Vet van, it's smaller, 10 millimeter. But the grooming van is like a newer brass one. It's actually a little more sturdy. The vet van one's a little iffy. Some of the corners are a bit rounded. I need to replace that one, but if I don't, just be real careful with that one and make sure you're not rounding the corners. Otherwise, it's gonna be a real pain in the butt. Anyway, so yeah, you drain it out. When that's good, replace it just like you would any other oil plug, and then unscrew the oil filter and replace it. And then this takes, I believe it's 3 quarts. It'll say on here, yeah, 3 quarts with oil filter. 3 quarts will go in there. Now that's the part that's kind of a pain in the butt. I'll show you this little contraption I've got. I rigged up a funnel with I don't know, a tube of some kind. Don't know where I found this, but I did. So it's got a funnel with a tube. I'll leave this here somewhere. But the easiest way I've found to fill this is, of course, remove the dipstick, put this down in there. It goes pretty far down in there, and then you kind of have to just hold it up like this and fill it 1 quart at a time. You got to go slow, make sure it's not overfilling. So usually I'll fill a little bit. You'll see it coming up through the line and up to here, and then stop and pause, let it drain down. It'll be a little bit slow going. It may take you 3 to 5 minutes to put those 3 quarts in, just because it's kind of slow to drain in there. But anyway, that'll give you that. And then once you're done there, you just pull that sucker out, replace the dipstick, make sure everything is secured, drain plug's back in place, oil filter's in place, and then start it, let it run for 30 seconds, a minute, and then stop it, check the oil level with the dipstick, and then repeat filling as needed. But 3 quarts should do it.